Good day to you all. You are welcome to today's lesson. Today we'll be finding the derivative of a radical expression using first principle. Now you have to find the derivative of y equals to square root of x using first principle. And how do we go about that? Now, there are two ways of solving this, but I'll use the easiest way. And the easiest way is this. Firstly, let's terminate this root. And to terminate this root, you are going to find the square of both sides. That will be the square of this, the square of this. This cancel this, we are left with y square equals to x, which is the same thing as x equals to y square. So now the next thing to do now what? Add your change in the variables. That will be x plus change in x equals to y plus change in y all square. Then we simplify this expression here, which will be y plus change in y. This is square, that means in two places. Y plus change in y. Y times y, y square. Y times delta y, that is y delta y. Delta y times 1, y delta y as well. Delta y times delta y, that gives us delta y all square. These two can add themselves. That will give us y square plus y, that is 2y delta y plus delta y all square. So which means the expansion of this is this. So you are going to have x plus delta x equals to this as doing all this y square plus 2y delta y plus delta y all square. So the next thing to do now is subtract x from both sides, because this x is x we have here now. Or you transfer x to this side. If there will be 2, that will be x plus delta x minus x equals to y squared plus 2y delta y plus delta y all square minus x. Now the x here cancel x here. You are left with delta x equals to y squared plus 2y delta y plus delta y all square minus x. But what is x here? X is equals to y square. That is minus y square. I replace the value for x. So now y square cancel y square. This cancel this. So we are left with delta y equals to 2y delta x, delta y plus this will give us y delta y all square. That's what we have when we cut y square. Now the next thing to do now is this time around we are having delta x outside, we are having delta y outside. So we divide by delta y because we are making this with reference to what we have inside. X was outside, making reference to y, that we divide both sides by delta y. But if y was outside, x is inside, you divide both sides by what? Delta x, because we are making y with respect to x. So now what you are going to do from here is divide both sides by delta y, which is equals to 2y delta y over delta y plus delta y all square divided by delta y. If you divide this cancel this here 1, this here 1 as well. You are left with delta y x over delta y equals to 2y plus delta y. Now the next thing now is to find the limit of this, which is the last step. That will give us the delta x delta y. This time around delta y is down, so it will be as delta y tends to 0, not delta x. Then equals to 2y as delta y tends to 0 plus lim delta y delta y tends to 0. So if you limit delta x divided by delta y delta y tends to 0, you are going to have dx dy, because x is up, y is down, dx dy equals to, if you limit 2y delta y tends to 0, there is no delta y here, so this is going to be what, 2y back. Then if you limit delta y delta y tends to 0, you replace delta with 0, that was 0. So the answer is 0 plus 2y, and that's 2y. So delta x over delta y equals to what? 2y. And don't forget, the normal something in the question, what we have outside is what? Y. And what we have inside is what? X. So you are supposed to have dy with respect to x, what? Dy dx, not the x dy. So because we try to reverse the question at the beginning, that's why you have what? Dx over dy. So what we are going to do now is to also know that the x dy is the reciprocal of the y dx. Likewise, the y dx is the reciprocal of what? The x dy. So that means the y dx now equals to, here, this is 1. The x equals to 2y. The y equals to 1. So we are now interchanging it. That becomes, this one is going up, this one will be 1 over 2y. Opposite. Dx over dy. Now dy over dx, well, this one come up, this one come down, reciprocal. And don't forget that at the beginning, y is what? Y equals to what? Root x. So we just replace the value of what? Y, that is root x. And that is our final answer. So the derivative of this y equals to root x will give us what? Dy over dx equals to 1 over 2 root x. Don't forget to share to your friends. Follow my Facebook page and keep subscribing. See you next class. Bye bye.